Saquon talking about sitting out regular season games. What are you hearing around the league about that possibility?
Well, Greeny, I spoke to a number of very high-profile players last night, and I definitely sense that these conversations about what to do, perhaps canceling games when they start to occur, is certainly a major topic of conversation. Now, one player, though, did tell me. Now, it doesn't feel like there's any dissension about what to do here, but there certainly seems to be some very healthy conversations. One player pointing out, a high-profile quarterback telling me that games and money are our biggest allies right now. You want to stay in the media and control the narrative if you want to affect change. This player pointing out that the NFL is a very different beast than, say, Major League Baseball or the NBA, in the sense that players are getting paid 1/16 of their salary each week. Dak Prescott making $2 million per game. That $2 million can affect change in great ways rather than be forfeited. So certainly an interesting topic there. Now, I did ask another player how he felt about that, if he thought that games could be canceled. His answer, Greeny, very poignant. He said to me, "I don't know yet. If black people keep on getting killed, then ... You can read between the lines there. This is a very hot topic within the NFL circles, and certainly a discussion that will be had all the way up until these games do start week 1.
Absolutely. And if there's one thing that we've seen from the NBA the last few days, the leadership amongst the players. Chris Paul and some of the others have talked a lot about whatever they do, doing it together, about being unified in what they do. I know that you can't talk to literally everyone, but do you get a sense generally that there is unity? You see some teams practice, other teams don't. Do you get a sense there is unity in the way this stuff is viewed amongst NFL players?
I would say that there is a unified voice in the sense that a lot of these players are obviously recognize that change needs to be had. So I wouldn't call it divisive by any means. Instead, the conversation I just noted about, hey, some guys say that, no, we need to be in the face of the media. That's, maybe a different viewpoint than guys that say we need to potentially cancel games. But I don't sense that it's tense. That one player I was talking about, the quarterback, was telling me about some change that the team actually is coming to in terms of initiatives that they're starting. So I think that there's some really good things on the horizon that don't necessarily just mean canceled games.
All right, Jeff Darlignton, well done. Thank you, my friend, and we'll see you again soon as we continue to follow all of this. We're having some technical difficulties getting Jeff Passan in for our baseball conversation, so I'll bring Tim Hasselbeck into the conversation and pick it up there, one of our football crew. Good morning, Tim. And I just wonder what your thoughts are as we see different teams canceling practice yesterday and trying to assess the meaning of that and then the possibilities involved of NFL games. Again, the NFL season kicks off 2 weeks from last night. The possibility of games ultimately being missed during this time, I wonder what your thoughts are.
Yeah, there's obviously a huge distinction in the NFL. Jeff alluded to many of them between, canceling a practice and canceling a game. And I think even some of the comments that Woj made about some of the decisions that NBA players, the conversations they were having about, skipping games or canceling the rest of the season. You think about the platform, which is obviously what, Jeff is alluding to, and you think about the financial ramifications, alluding to what someone like Dak Prescott would be giving up, and also what he could do with, the money that, he would make during that time by missing a game. And then you think about, the longer term ramifications, and if you were going to sit out an actual game, if that would in fact have an impact on the labor deal, the labor agreement that you recently came to with the NFL and the owners. So, look, I think that the NFL is probably significantly further away from canceling games than the NBA, just because of the number of guys and then the different ramifications and sacrifice for each individual player.